Hello and happy Monday, American Crochet Association. Selena Baca here, founder, host, lead educator with the ACA. I'm so excited to be chatting with you guys today so that I can get you up to date with everything that is new, hip, and happening in the world of the ACA. If you guys are watching live, come on over, say hey, say hello, tell me where you're viewing from. And if you're watching on the replay, it's still the same great jam. That's what you guys keep telling me. So just come on over and participate like it's the live. And I promise as soon as I see your comments, especially if there's a question, I'll get right back to you. All right. So before we get started in this edition of Mingle Monday, I've got some winners that I want to announce from last week's video. So you guys can always click on over there to the last Mingle Monday to see who the winners are. I do reply to all of the winning comments that are in the replay. For example, for some reason, I can't reply to live comments. That's another reason I want to give you guys a shout out. All right. So the winners this week, I've also left their names down here in this video. From the live, we've got June Marshall and Dawn Castillo. Thank you both so much for being here live last week and for making it a fun conversation. And to the other winners, let's see, because we've got 4 winners this week. We've got Vangie Deleon and Andrea Rotar. I've replied to each of your comments from last week with instructions to claim. All you guys have to do is send me an email, support@AmericanCrochetAssociation.org. Let me know you were the winner for Mingle Monday, number 22, and I will get that prize right to you. Okay? All right, guys, let's keep this party moving. First and foremost, I always like to tell you guys what's new in the crochet membership at the American Crochet Association. You guys can click the link below to log into your account if you are a crochet member. And if you're not yet a member, you guys can quickly and easily sign up and join. Now, as soon as you guys log in, the first thing that I wanted to mention is come on over to your icon up here in the upper left, sorry, in the upper right-hand corner. Whenever you click on your icon up there, there's going to be quite a few options for you. Now, I'm looking from a desktop, but if you're viewing from another device, a tablet or a smartphone, it's going to be formatted just a little bit differently. So instead of seeing all these items up here at the top, if you're on a much smaller device, you may just see 3 lines. Okay, if you see those 3 lines, click on that. Then you'll get this menu. Then when you click on your name or your icon, then you'll get this menu. So there's just an extra step because it's such a small device. But again, if you're viewing from a larger device, like a tablet or a desktop or a laptop or something like that, then you should get this. Now, ACA members, whether or not you're in the crochet membership, what I need you guys to do, what I'm hoping you guys do is click on your address field right there and get your address updated. And as soon as you do that, send me an email, support@AmericanCrochetAssociation.org. Long name, amazing results, I promise. But send me an email and let me know that you got your address updated because I love to send you guys little things, especially postcards. But if I don't have your email, I can't send you anything. And I just really love the personal touch and the warm welcome that I can give to everybody who joins, especially our crochet members. Side note, if you guys have received one of my postcards, take a picture, snap a picture, even if it's a little, a little postcard selfie, and share it in our community. Community link is in the details, in the video details below. I'll get to more on that in just a little bit. But again, I want to know that you guys received it, and it's just fun to kind of, keep things conversations, right? Right? Okay. All right, guys. So in the crochet membership, get your address updated. Let me know when you do. I'll send you a little something special. But there is a new bonus for the month of March in the crochet membership, and I don't want you guys to miss it, okay? So after you log in, go to my courses. If you're not already, click on crochet membership. And when you do, it will not look like this because I'm an admin. It will look like this. When you do log in, you're going to see a screen like this, and it tells you everything that's included in your crochet membership. So from the top down, we've got all of our resources here, including the learning path. Don't skip out on your learning path. Good stuff in there. But I do have the March bonus workshop listed before the February Mystery Crochet Along. Side note about the February Mystery Crochet Along, we are no longer actively following that, but you guys can save and download the pattern, crochet members, and you can complete that on your own time and just keep us posted with your progress, because you guys can always share pictures of what you're working on, including your American Crochet Association bonus mystery crochet backpacks like this anytime. So keep us posted. This is going to go away in a couple days, probably by the end of the week, but I did want to have it there just to make sure everybody got in on that action. Okay. All right. March bonus workshop. All right. For those of you who are like, learning, oh, I don't like learning. No, nobody says that, right? Everybody loves learning. But the bonus workshop for the month of March is a skill building crochet workshop. And if you're in the crochet membership, you guys get free access. This is typically a $49 workshop. And it is being revamped from a 2018 publication that I put together. And I'm really excited about it because I've been working on this. I've been working on redoing this workshop for probably 6 months now, probably a little longer than 6 months. So I've been holding off on publishing a release because I really wanted our crochet members to get access to it first. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have all of the material ready. It's ready to go. I've got all the patterns ready. There are lots of patterns included. And I'm going to be filming the videos for each one of those 5 workshop lessons in the next week. So as soon as those are available, you guys are going to get access to that workshop over here. So definitely don't miss out on that. I'm really excited about the skill building workshop because it's for anyone who crochets. So it doesn't matter if you just started or if you've been crocheting forever and you've crocheted a million things. What I love about this workshop is that it really breaks down different skill levels, not only in the crochet world, but it also helps you to understand what those skill levels are and how you can build your own personal crochet skill. It doesn't matter if you started crocheting and the very first thing you made was a sweater. There might be some gaps in your knowledge and your understanding in the types of things that you're able to complete. For example, you may still have problems counting your individual stitches. You may still have problems with tension, with uniformity, with choosing yarn, with gauge, with size, with different specialty stitches, with different techniques. So if you're struggling with anything, but you're not really sure how to build your crochet skills in a meaningful, incremental way, this skill building workshop not only outlines different skill levels, but it also includes action steps for you to build your knowledge and your skills. And I've also paired together crochet patterns that perfectly fit in every single skill level. And that way you are building your crochet skills within each one of these levels. And there's also going to be helpful action steps that will allow you to apply what you've learned to anything in the crochet world. So even though we give you very specific crochet patterns to complete, and we give you very specific stitches, specialty stitches, and techniques to follow, you may go, wait a minute, there's tons of other things in the crochet world to learn. How can I learn everything? We tell you what to look for and what to work on and what to pay attention to so that you can really build your skills. So I'm really looking forward to releasing this in our crochet membership. And again, they get a free preview. They get free access to that throughout the month of March. But this will be a $49 workshop that I'll be sharing with everyone, whether or not you're part of the crochet membership. So if you guys have any questions about that, please let me know. I'm going to get through a little bit more of our agenda today before I give some shout outs. And then I am so happy to pause for some Q&A. So if you guys have any crochet questions or questions about the American Crochet Association, go on ahead and post them and I will get to them as soon as I get through my little list, my little agenda right here. All right, guys, so that's the crochet membership so far. That's what we got for you. And you may have questions about the Crochet Skill Building Workshop, the 2018 version. You may be wondering, is this going to be updated? Is this an updated version? You may kind of be wondering where that what's going to happen with that. If you have access to the Crochet Skill Building Workshop, we only have one right now. This is the one that I'm going to redo, the Assess and Build Skills. What I've done is I've renamed it to have 2018 at the end of the title. And that way you know that this is the 2018 version. This version only has 4 lessons and it doesn't have a lot of comprehensive crochet patterns in it. So there's quite a few updates that we're making to the Crochet Skill Building Workshop. There are 5 lessons instead of 4. So there's one, entirely new lesson that we're bringing in. And this has patterns that are going to be specific to every single lesson. So there's going to be a lot more. I didn't want to just delete this workshop and just add in a new one, because really there are a lot of similarities, but they are kind of separate. And there's still a lot of people who are still going through this workshop. So I didn't want them to feel like they were halfway through something that just disappeared. So it will be a separate product. Anybody who is in the Crochet Scale Building, or anybody who has access to the Crochet Scale Building 2018 version, I'm going to give you guys a deeply discounted offer to upgrade if you'd like to. And it'll be next to nothing, but I would love to hear your feedback on that. Just because I can't just dump everybody from one into the other. And if you're in this one, you may not want the old one. So anyway, there'll be a really good offer for you guys should you choose to get that update. Whew. All right, guys, let's see. What else do I have for you guys? What's new and hip and happening in the community group? If you guys are not already part of the community book group on Facebook, come on over and join. It's open to everyone in the crochet world. There is a link to join down below. And I do have some resources for you. For example, if you guys still want to look at all of the past mystery crochet along projects, you guys can just click on the hashtag down below and you'll get special access to that. You guys are always welcome to share what's new and hip and happening in your world of crochet, including what you're working on. Feel free to ask any crochet questions if you have any. And definitely take a peek at the featured posts, because I'm always posting things like polls, and I'm looking for feedback, and I'm looking for help and testers and volunteers and stuff like that. So what I have right now is a poll going on, and I would love it if you guys would come on over and vote in this poll. So essentially, I'm looking to see what topics you guys are interested in, because I'm going to be going through all of these topics. They're all on my agenda to complete, but I'm just wondering what order. You know, for example, if nobody really cares about crochet hooks, then, well, that's on the bottom of my list. And right now it looks like it is on the bottom of the list. So I just want to see what you guys are interested in. And that way we can always get resources and articles and conversations. We can always get all of that stuff to you, or the stuff to you that matters most. So if you guys, whenever you guys have a minute, click on over, cast your vote. Let me know what you think. What else is there? Yeah, so lots of questions, stuff like that. I did want to reiterate this shout out to Amanda Woodbury. I do have this post over there in our group. I do want to give a shout out to Amanda Woodbury, because she is just accomplishing so much, not only in the world of the American Crochet Association, but also in the crochet world. And she just sent in such a beautiful picture, and I just had to share it. I'm just so proud of you, Amanda. So thank you for not only being part of the American Crochet Association, but also part of the crochet community. You're wonderful, and we're proud to have you. All right, I think that is it in the wide world of our community. I want to share a little sneak peek with you guys. Anybody want to see a sneak peek? Anybody interested in sneaky peeks? It looks like, all right, sorry, I gotta break protocol here and just give a shout out to Chris Lopez. I see you. I know Chris Lopez likes sneak peeks, so this one's for you, my friend. This one is dedicated to you. I've got a really good friend who is really good at everything. I was just chatting with her this morning, and I was like, you're the Jill of all trades. But she's also becoming a branding expert. When I say becoming a branding expert, it's something that she's always been particularly skilled at, but it's something that she's now focusing on. And I was one of her very first clients for a rebranding. And this is a friend of mine. Her name is Jess. Some of you guys know her. She's been around for a really long time, but Jess is now dipping her toes into becoming this expert in the branding world. And she just spent a couple weeks helping me with what a rebrand could look like for the American Crochet Association. And I want to share this sneak peek with you first, because these are some things that we're going to be changing and implementing and doing at the American Crochet Association. And they're not all just going to come out at the same time. But I'm just excited to show you, because she put so much hard work into this, and I think it's beautiful. And I just want to share it. So at first, honestly, I didn't know what branding was. Really, I'm like, what is branding? Like, what does that mean? And I think that it's so much more than just colors and fonts. And I'm even still kind of learning what branding means exactly, but I'm just trying to get a cohesive look and feel and energy for, you know, all the places that the American Crochet Association is. You know, we've got a school, we've got a site where we have articles and patterns. You know, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. So we're in all of these different places, and we just really wanted it to look like we fit in all of these places and all of our stuff fits in. So anyway, my friend put together some, you know, featured colors. We'll be using these featured colors together. We can see them throughout. She put together she beautifully tweaked our logo, and she gave me a few different logos to use. And I'd love to hear what you guys think, because so far we've only had a standard logo. It's been solid purple, and it's been very formal and very serious. But I think the American Crochet Association, in addition to just being an educational place that is serious, I think that it's playful, and I think that it should be inspiring, and I think that it should be warm and welcoming. And I think that, or I hope that whenever you see the American Crochet Association, hopefully you feel like that's a crochet home for you, that you belong here. I don't want you to feel like we're stiff and we're rigid and, you know, we're all about structure. Oh, okay, we're about structure, but we're not stiff and rigid. And so I really wanted the way we present ourselves online to look a little more playful. So anyway, here's the first of one of our logos right here, the American Crochet Association. I love the colors. I love the playfulness. I love the fonts. Here's a logo that we'll be using, and I'm really excited about this because there's so many colors. I love these colors. It's not just that standard purple, it's a little bit more. And again, we're seeing some more playful fonts in here. And I love that the yarn ball it's like color blocked. You know, there's more than one color. So I love that so much. And here's just another logo that we'll probably use in different places. But I also just want this on a t-shirt. So I think this is the first time I've seen logos that makes me feel like I want that on a tote bag. I want that on a t-shirt. You know, before we did just have, you know, this is even a played up version of the old standard American Crochet Association logo. But I think that it looks a little bit more warm and welcoming. So what do you guys think? I'd love to hear it. But again, I'm really excited to get these on some things that I can wear so I can show people who I am and I'm part of the ACA. So more on that. All right. And I think that's about it. Just wanted to show you guys the colors and the new logos. So stay tuned because we're going to be seeing those little updates in different places. So when you do, just know that that's part of our rebrand. I'm such a nerd. Sorry, guys. Whew. All right. So I have got some interesting things for you guys. Hold on. Let me get my link ready. My link is not cooperating. So let me get that here so I can put it here so I can show you guys. Come on. Come on, internet. Okay. So this is not a new article, but I've noticed that tons of you guys are reading it. Now, maybe not you specifically, but it really seems like it's gaining the popularity. It's you know, making the rounds again. So I really wanted to bring it up because it's an article that I actually reference to people probably once a week. I'll have people email me and they have crochet questions, or they have crochet questions about patterns or just in general. And so this article is right and wrong sides in crochet. Not only what does this mean, but what does that actually look like? Now, some people might say, you know what, right side, wrong side in crochet, it's whatever I want it to be. Maybe. I mean, sometimes whenever you're crocheting, you might decide that one side or one particular version of the pattern looks better than another. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with you thinking something looks better than something else. Nothing wrong with that at all. However, if you're following a pattern, or if you just want to understand the general rule of crochet, this is it. So, long story short, whenever you're creating a stitch, it doesn't matter what stitch it is, unless the stitch specifically says when you're doing this, it's the wrong side. Whenever you're creating the stitch and you are looking at the stitch, that is the front side of the stitch. Whenever you're creating the stitch, whatever's on the other side that you can't see, that's the back of the stitch. Now, I love the terminology front side, back side. So I've been trying to use that more so because a couple of years ago, I was crocheting with my sister and I was showing her some things. And we often use the terminology in crochet right side, wrong side. And she was really stumped when I was saying wrong side because she was like, what did I do wrong? I did exactly what you told me to do. And it didn't occur to me until that moment that I just didn't like the terminology right side, wrong side. So I've been trying to use the terminology front side, facing, back side, because hopefully that'll make a little bit more sense. Because just because there is a front side and a back side, it doesn't necessarily mean that there is a wrong side. And it doesn't mean that the back of your work is wrong, because there's nothing wrong with that. But the front side just may be a little more aesthetically pleasing. Now, again, whenever you're crocheting, and here I've got some diagrams for you. I've got some charts. You can see the front side. You can see the back side. I did use a double crochet stitch in rows just so you can really get an understanding for what that stitch looks like. I also put this together in the round because in rows, we turn after each row. So typically, or sometimes, with some fabrics, sometimes, fabric can be reversible because we're doing one side, we're creating one row, and then we're turning our work and we're creating another row. So for example, if you were just creating a swatch with double crochet stitches, there may not necessarily be one front and one back side because it's reversible, and that's okay. But whenever you're crocheting in the round, if you are not turning, there's probably going to be one front side, one back side. So I wanted you to see what that looked like just in a double crochet stitch because it's a nice tall stitch. There's a lot going into that stitch, so there's a lot to look at in terms of stitch real estate, so you can really get a feel for what that looks like. Now, this is going to be true no matter what basic stitch you're using. If you're using single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, these principles are going to be the same for those stitches. If you're creating some kind of intricate fabric, all fabrics are different. Some fabrics are reversible. Some fabrics are going to have a very clear right side and a very clear back side. Or sometimes whenever you're creating a pattern of some kind, the pattern will specifically tell you, especially if there are different pieces, this piece, this row is going to indicate the front side. This piece, this row is going to indicate the front side or the back side. Those might be important elements to note, especially if you're making individual pieces that are going together. Think of something like amigurumi. You want the fabric of the head to match the fabric of the arms. You don't want those two fabrics to look different. You don't want the head to look like this and then the arms to look like this, because then you'll go, huh, that looks different. You don't want to create a sweater that's made in all these different pieces and you create the front panel, the back panel, and the arms are wrong side out. So that's where maybe front side, back side may matter because you want things to measure up and line up in some particular way. So anyway, if you guys could take a peek at this article, read through, you can save or pin these little pictures that I have for you guys for later. I even have stitch references here, and that way if you guys want to see what reversible fabric looks like or what one-sided fabric looks like, whether it's created in rows or not, I do have some examples for you. All right, take a peek. Let me know what you think. Save that article for later if you like. And this week, I only have one pattern that I'm going to reference for you. One new free pattern that's on our site. And it's because I've got a ton to share about it. So if you're part of the crochet membership, it is an oldie but a goodie. But it is brand new to our site. So what I wanted to share with you guys is that the Wheat Sheaf Crochet Backpack, which was the February Mystery Backpack Crochet Along pattern, that is now free to view on our site. I do have a link down below. Now, this was launched just for our crochet members last month. Gosh, February was just last week too. And they did get a free crochet along out of it. They got the pattern instructions for free. And so they got the first look at it, and we had a lot of fun with that. I actually wrote this pattern specifically for our membership, and that's why I really wanted to play around with a different format and do something differently than we've done here at the American Crochet Association, and that is create some video tutorials. Not something that I typically do, but I thought it would be a lot of fun to try that out for this particular pattern. So there is not only a pattern with written instructions that you can view for free on our site, you can also get that written pattern on Ravelry. There is a link with there is a link for you guys to find that on Ravelry and get that downloaded for purchase over there if you'd like. And there are 3 video tutorials, and I really wanted to split this up, not only for the crochet along, because the crochet along was in different parts, but I think that sometimes patterns with different videos, I think that if you just want to see a part, you don't want to watch 20 minutes of a video just to kind of pick through the different parts. Maybe it's easier to view the pattern in different parts, and that way you can kind of, it's easier to digest. It's easier to follow along. So I would love it if you guys would take a peek, especially at those videos. I've got all the pattern instructions here for you. And let me know what you think. All right. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this design. If you follow along and you've made this pattern, definitely share your work. We'd always love to see, especially in the community. And take a peek at those videos. Video is, it's not my favorite thing to do, but I would absolutely love your feedback, because if it's something that we can brush up on and maybe do more of in the future, I'd love to hear from you. All right. Because we're dabbling over here. We're trying to figure it out. Or trying to figure out how you guys best like to view information, like patterns. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Anyway, there it is. All right, guys. And last but not least, I do want to share with you guys a playlist that I have on YouTube. Speaking of video tutorials, I put together a Learn How to Crochet series for absolute beginners at for the American Crochet Association. So if you are learning to crochet, or if you know someone who would like to learn to crochet and they like to watch videos, we at the American Crochet Association have put together this entire video series that teaches you everything that you need to know so that you can quickly and easily learn how to crochet with confidence. How to make a slip knot, how to hold your crochet hook and yarn, and then all of the basic stitches: chain, half double, double, single, how to weave, sew, and knot in your ends, how to slip stitch and make a tube, how to crochet in a continuous increasing round, how to work in joined rounds, and then last but not least, how to make a granny square. We threw that in there too. So again, guys, all these videos are available in one place. I've got that playlist linked down below, so you guys can view it anytime. And please feel free to share it with a crochet friend if you know one who's looking to learn. All right, guys. And on that note, the floor is open. Questions, comments, feedback, all that fun stuff. So I'm going to be going through that now. It looks like Linda is here. Hello, Linda from Indiana. So good to see you. It looks like Peg is here from Maryland. Hello, Peg. So good to see you. Becky Enyart. So good to see you, my friend. It's always good to see you here every week. June Marshall is here. June Marshall, I was just talking about you at the beginning of this video, so if you missed it, definitely go back and watch. Good to see you here too, my friend. Oh, Cecilia is here from Washington State. Cecilia, it is always so good to hear from you. I love that we were chatting back and forth in emails last week, so keep me posted. Keep in touch, lady. Janet Roberts is here. Chris Lopez, I cheated and I gave you the first shout out. I couldn't help myself. I saw your face and I just had to give you a shout out. Oh, Ben Sarah is here. Hello, Ben Sarah. She says, hi, can't believe I caught you live. I'm so happy to be here and to see you. Ben Sarah, I miss you. I was just thinking that it's been months since we've seen each other. I hope you're well, my friend. We need to get together soon. We got to do that. Let's make it happen. Sarah from Bend. Ben Sarah, I love it. The colors are amazing too. She's talking about our rebrand over here. I'm really excited about the colors. They're already some of my favorites. They're colors that I use all the time anyway. I am really excited about these new logos and I will be putting them everywhere. So stay tuned, guys. Oh, Chris Lopez, thank you, my friend. Always so good to see you. She says, very nice. I'm glad she likes it. All right. Peg C likes the colors too. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like them because they're some of my favorites. So I'm glad you guys approve. I'm glad you guys do. All right, last comment that I see here is from Janet Roberts. Janet says, I love the colors and I love the colored yarn ball. Me too. I really think that it's just such a great pop of color, and I literally have a yarn cake with those exact colors on my shelf. So it just really spoke to me because it's yarn that I would buy. So I was excited to see that. All right, everybody, that's everything at the American Crochet Association this week. I had a lot to share. I hope you guys dig all of those resources. Make sure you definitely read that article, or at least glance through when you have a minute, and let me know what you think. Hopefully you learned something. Wheat Sheaf Crochet Backpack. It is free to view on our site, and it includes 3 video tutorials. Learn how to crochet for absolutely beginners. There are 11 videos in this series. They're all quick and to the point. And last but not least, crochet members, log in. I'm going to have more on that March bonus workshop soon. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. See you again next time. Peace, love, crochet, everyone. Bye-bye.